and this is race 4 of the Short Track National Tour. Changing it up tonight, we're going to be racing at the Knoxville Speedway, dirt track racing finally. Championship points coming into this. Jeff Ward still got a pretty good hold on it, 3 points ahead of Ty Morosco. But it's going to be a change of plans. The top 3 in points are no shows for tonight, so this is going to be a quick points grab for the guys who do race tonight. Starting 5th, we got Jason Anderson in the Modern Spartan Systems machine. Starting 4th, Jason Taylor in the 51. Starting 3rd, Dakota Bennick in the 73. Starting 2nd is going to be Sonny Thompson. And your pole winner is Austin Hahn. Austin Hahn, one of the featured dirt drivers in the last dirt season at the beginning of this year. Did a real good job there. I believe he finished top 5 in points. Looking for a chance to get another dirt win out here. As the pace car pulls off, we are green flag racing. And Sonny Thompson already into the wall here. Hard dig. Looks like those tires got some grip and bit just when he wasn't expecting it. We're going to have to keep an eye on him here and see if that doesn't get worse right off the bat. But it looks like he's holding 2nd pretty strong here. That did give a pretty big jump to Austin Hahn, who's already out of the picture here as the rest of the field is working on catching up with Sonny. Austin Hahn already hanging that thing out. You can look at him up against the wall here. Got that car sideways. Now these are the ARCA cars. And everyone's been wrapping their head about how they're going to set these cars up. You know, talking to everyone through the garage, everyone that signed up for this season, all the tour drivers. These cars are new to dirt. You know, on the iRacing service, you haven't been able to put them on there yet. So there's no setups, there's no magic cheat sheets anywhere. Everyone's having to dial these in themselves. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of brainstorming. But it looks like Austin Hahn has got something figured out. He's not scared to lay the hammer down and really drive this thing. Everyone else seems to be taking it a little cautious. Probably similar setups. I know some guys were talking about trying to make the car looser, making it to where you can kind of feather that throttle, while other guys were talking about trying to find max grip, laying the car over, softening the tires, taking air out of them, doing whatever they can to really get those tires to grip up and try to power out of these turns. As Austin Hahn looks like he is out of the picture, it's Dakota Bennick that grabs that 2nd position. Jason Taylor is starting to fall back a little bit here. As they are, whoa, looks like just as we were talking about Dakota Bennick, he gets a slide in the backstretch, and he is going to even tag the wall. He's going to give up 2nd to Jason Taylor. And Sonny Thompson that we're riding with right now, looks like he's not going to be able to get it. Dakota was able to get back on the throttle and power down the front stretch and at least hold on to 3rd. Sonny Thompson is looking to grab that position, though, as soon as he gets a chance. And look at that. Dakota Bennick has already lost the deck lid to that thing. And so he has lost the spoiler and the whole deck. So, yeah, I mean, look, maybe that's more downforce. Maybe it's less downforce. Whatever it is, it's got to be a change in that handling on that car. As we got Jason Taylor running strong in 2nd place. He was the one that was griping the most about running this car in dirt. But it looks like he's pretty much got a handle on it so far. Jason Anderson looks like he's got some wall contact and he's broken away from the field, falling back. But he's running that middle groove. Looks like he's getting everything back together here. We got a lot of work cut out for him to catch that pack, though. Back up front, Austin Hahn is sailing away, looking like a full straight stretch away from the field. As the rest of these guys are doing everything they can to get up there and figure out what he's exactly doing. You can tell watching him that he's got that car, you know, he's pretty much on the throttle the whole track. Everyone else is letting off. They're coasting into that turn. No one else is able to kind of hammer down as much as Austin Hahn is. Yeah, he's got a pretty steering wheel on that thing. As he's just softly gliding it through. He's got a lot of turn in there at the first. He's going to catch it with the rear tires, and he's just going to stay on that throttle. He's going to roll onto it. It's just that little bit that he comes off and then back onto it. You can see the guys they are already starting to make a groove in that track. That's going to slicken it up. As you see him catch that bobble there. Not a lot of traction with these cars, with these tires on dirt. As it looks like he is going to be logging these 100 laps. He is just got no one creeping up on him. Alright, back to the field. We got Dakota Bennett has been able to get around Jason Taylor. And he is starting to put down some speed using that high line. Jason Taylor now swapping to the outside through the turns. If these guys ever try to crisscross at the same time, we're definitely going to get some action there. Well, it looks like they've got it timed out pretty good. Where Dakota Bennett is entering high and cutting out low. And Jason Taylor looks to be entering about middle and exiting low or high. He goes high, then exits back low. He's just got a handful trying to wheel this thing. Jason Anderson running some pretty solid laps now. He's got whatever happened there at the beginning figured out. Starting to lay down some laps. Yeah, he also has gotten to the wall, lost that spoiler. But it doesn't look like it's slowing down Dakota Bennett, so I wouldn't worry about that amount of damage. Alright, the three of them there. Making it look pretty easy now. Sonny Thompson up trying to grab some of that cushion. He might be on more of a looser side of setup. See Jason Taylor here. He's holding his ground. He's about mid-track. Oh, a bobble out of the 73, and he's going to have to chase it all the way down the front stretch. As he gets clear up into the wall, looks like. Yeah. All right, on the gearbox of Dakota Bennett here. As we see him fighting to stay out in front of Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor's doing a good job wheeling that thing. As we see him not letting Bennett get that far out from him. We can see here he's really starting to focus in on that line. Yeah, he's still running that middle of the track. Well, nope. Now he's understanding it. He got a little too far that time. But yeah, he's starting to chase that cushion, that softer dirt, a little more grip there, a little more for the tire to grab, and you can keep that speed up as they start to slick off that middle groove there. Yeah, it was the shorter part of the track, but now that the surface has changed, it's not the same amount of speed's not going to be there. So these asphalt guys are slowly starting to figure out how to race on this dirt already as we're getting to about lap 18. So we see here something must have been quite a bobble happen for Jason Taylor as he fell back about a half a second here from where he was, but now he's learning how to search that terrain, find those new lines, and keep racing on an ever-changing track. Austin Hahn laying down faster and faster laps. He knew exactly what this track was going to do. He knew what the car needed to do. And we see him really making use of it here. I mean, I don't see any competition, honestly. He's got this thing in the bag. It's up to him to lose it. As we see him he just carries so much more speed than everyone else. So much more power down the straights. Just doing a good job. He came here really understanding what the car needed to do mainly, and what it was going to take to win this thing. As he is now looking to, yeah, he's going to go right around the 5 here. Wow. He's going to get slowed up on the outside, but It is not going to be able to hold it here. Yeah, he drives it in there so deep. It's awesome that he's able to keep control of that thing like that. No damage on it whatsoever. He's been able to keep it under control, keep it off the wall, keep it out of the fences, and still drive that thing hard. He's really laying it out here. He's ruining the show, man. God, he's fast. That's good work. Jason Taylor's still haven't lost second place here. He's right on the back bumper. He's not gonna let him go anywhere. This is definitely one hell of a battle we got, because it looks like as soon as Binnick slips up and gives up a little room here, Jason Taylor ends up not being able to capitalize on a pass. So it's good watching these two here, because it's going to take the perfect storm, I think, to really open something up. All right, quarter way through the race. We'll be back right after these messages.
Bucket, coolant. Oh, amps it right out. The bucket. See how long it takes to wear through the coating.
Reduce 80 to 90% of your friction today and get you a bottle of that TBT green oil additive from modernspartansystems.com. Make sure you use promo code that we got for you. It's SESRA10. Gets 10% off your order. And get some of the TBT motor oil. They got all kinds of lubricants for... They've got other lubricants for guns and cleaning and anything else you can poke a stick at. Make sure you check out the website. Austin Hahn's still on a roll here, coming up to lap 30, and he is easily making his way through the field here. As we see, he's finally got into the wall, drove it in a little too zealous there, hopped that cushion, and got the back end into the wall. Got a dent on it, but it has hardly slowed him down, as he is still out there digging in that mellow yellow machine. Here we are on the back of the professor, as some guys have already started referring to him as, for figuring out how to get this car to wheel out here. No one's able to touch him. Just take a listen to how much he's able to stay on the throttle. How good of a job that is. Ooh, kiss the wall there. Not as hard as anyone else has yet. But he's not afraid to let it hang out, let it get a little wild here. He's using everything he can. He's definitely got room to make up if he gets into a little bit of trouble. It's safe to say he's definitely having fun out there. All right, Jason Taylor here still looking a little loose. He's got some heat on the tires. They've worn out the center of that track. He's still searching for some good ground here early on in the race. I don't think the car's quite going the way he was expecting it to. I'm not even sure what he was expecting. He was pretty much dragging his feet to get into this race. But we see him up there not giving up. Still running third here, chasing down Dakota Bennett, who's starting to creep away. But definitely not cutting into that gap from Austin Hahn. Doing a real good job out here today. Alright, we're on lap 34 here. He's going to be coming to make it lap 35. We're getting a little bit closer to that halfway competition caution. That's going to let everyone get their laps back, and these guys are going to need it this time as he's about to lap second place. Austin Hahn is just in a whole different world out here. We're going to have to tech that car. I don't know if he's running a V12 in that thing or what, but that thing is a rocket ship. And he's got it hooked up. Needless to say. Austin Hahn having to do a little bit of work to catch the 73. He's going to try to do it before he gets to that competition caution. You know he wants to be able to, the bragging rights in that, saying he lapped the field before 50 laps, is going to be something pretty amazing. As oh, a harder hit this time. Wow, he's still up into the wall. He's trying too hard. Even the 73's into the wall. These guys know these guys know the halfway competition caution's coming. They're doing everything they can to stay out front. They're really hammered down here. So we'll take a look at that right front real quick of Austin Hahn. Let's see if we can see any damage. I don't notice anything. Possibly hurt the sidewall of the tire if he got into it that hard. So, you know, tough hit there. He definitely doesn't need to keep doing that. That's not going to help out anything, as he's still going to work to get the second best in field out here today, which is Dakota Bennett. A real good job. We saw him struggle those first couple races, keeping up with it. So obviously I think this guy is a dirt racer. He's got it figured out. As Austin Hahn's trying that lower line, you're not able to keep as much speed. That top side up by the fence has got all the momentum there. Ooh, it's gonna get close there. Austin Hahn might have try to lean on him a little bit, but he's gonna go ahead and complete that pass, and he does. Ooh, he slid up into the wall. That might allow Bennett the chance to go down. It does. Those two cross over, almost collide. As Dakota Bennett is not ready to give up this fight here. 10 laps before the caution comes out. And the best fight we've had so far is to be put a lap down, not even for a position. Alright, Hahn's been able to break free of that battle. He's now rolling on out. I think everyone's starting to calm down. Go back to finishing off those laps. As we see Dakota Bennett here starting to run more consistent lines. Austin Hahn still the fastest out there, even with the track changing as much as it has. But here he goes. He just had a real bad turn, and that's going to let the 73 go back by. We weren't ready for that. I think he's going to go ahead and let the 73 go by this time, as he's trying to get back rolling. But, man, I think he's got a little bit of damage this time. That car looks like it's dog tracking a little bit. Maybe collected a little bit that time around. It could have been a kiss with the wall before that bogged him up and sent him to the inside, as he's still trying to manage that thing here. There was a good turn. Now he's going to start putting these together. He's going to start building that momentum. As we see him to start reel that 73 back in. Another good turn. I think if anything that was a humbling experience as he looks to the inside of the 73 now. Gonna start creeping in front of him here. He's gonna hold that inside line. The 73 wasn't able to get up top in that cushion and use the momentum from that, as maybe gonna try a crossover. So we got Jason Anderson out here in 4th place. He's starting to break in on the gap of Jason Taylor. We'll see if he can catch up to him before the caution here. We got about 4 laps. Jason Anderson's really starting to gather up some speed. Jason Taylor looking solid out here though. Still rolling that middle line. You see here, now we got the leader behind Jason Anderson, so Austin Hahn's starting to put a second lap on everyone. I don't think we've seen anything quite like this since Richard Petty back in the 50s and 60s, I think. I don't know. Like, this guy's on a whole different ball field than these guys. He showed up ready to win. All right, 49, look for that competition caution to be coming out at any point here. Sonny Thompson still making those laps. Sonny Thompson not happy about this dirt racing either. One of the old crew here that was not looking forward to this, but knows he's got a run in it if he's going to have a chance at a points battle here. Jason Anderson's been trying to hold off from a second lap down for a few laps. He's going to have to concede that up as the caution comes out. Yeah, lap 51, caution's out. These guys are going to get their lap back. Whoa! Another hard hit from the 7 of Austin Hahn. Wow, drove it in way too deep out of 4. Has collided with that wall. That was a huge hit. We're going to have to really take a look here. Yeah, that car's done. Too much damage. They're gonna have to get that thing in and start fixing it. And hopefully they can. It's an easy fix, maybe a change of a tire. But that car is hurt. So your leader's looking at being forced to pit, which it would give him an EOL. But I don't think that's the. I think that's the least of his worries right now. As looks like he's going to take it in. He's going to have to. Austin Hahn rolling into the pits and to try to fix that repair. Make that repair under the caution here. Get back out there. Hopefully not be too many laps down if they end up having to go green. So we see him give it a little shake there, trying to figure out if he can feel what's wrong with it. Oh, yeah. Horrible damage on that right front. So he'll get there and let the team start working on it. Halfway caution. We'll be back after this break.
During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh, your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive.
All right, we are back. Pace car's about to roll off. We're gonna restart on lap 56 here, and let me tell you what, Austin Hahn has destroyed that machine. He's got several minutes of repairs rated here. As the 73 and 51 restarts tandem, Jason Anderson and Sonny Thompson were on the backside of the track, just getting another wave around here. So this has turned into a two-car battle. Right off the bat, we've seen these two fighting all race long. And now it's fighting for a race win. Austin Hahn clearly out of the picture. Even when he gets back, he's not going to be able to make up that time. 73 hard into the wall already. These two are not letting anything hang loose here. They're leaving it on the track. The 51's already up in the good stuff here. Got that hammered down and booking. Take a look at that 73. He's got it hiked out. He's following. You know, we saw him kind of tuck in behind Austin Hahn there for a little while. We saw him watching that line, how he was driving it. And that's really started to perfect him here. He's really finding some more speed. And he's on the throttle a lot more than Jason Taylor is right now. As Jason Taylor gets up on that cushion, up against the wall, you saw him right up on it there. As he's still committed to that slick line. Maybe he's thinking it's just a little bit more comfortable for him. But I think he's spinning his tires. I don't think he's getting enough grip to get that speed that he needs out of there. As we see him peeling the top off of this track, trying to get after that 73. Knows a win is just out of reach here. As he's got what looks to be about 20 laps to do it here. $40 rather. Alright, whoa, up over the inside berm there. God, 73's not letting. 73's all over the place. Here's a look at Austin Hahn, not looking too shabby, as they are still going to work on that machine. Even though you can't see them, there is a swarm of worker bees all over that car, trying to get that thing back out on track. 73 kind of all over the place right now. He's lost a lot of grip that he was using. Either the track kind of gave away, his tires gave away, something changed, and he has to find more grip. He's not able to run that same line as he was just at the beginning of this restart. As you see him really kind of struggling here on the exit of these turns. It's wanting to cut too much inside on him. See, right there is where the bobble is. He caught it a little bit better. He's starting to figure it out. Doing a real good job now. He's learning quick. Oh, looks like he might. Yeah, he got into that wall. Now we're on board with Jason Taylor, hunting him down, not wanting to let him get that far away. So we see here, Jason Taylor's really doing good. He's starting to pitch it in a lot more. He's keeping that throttle time on. Doing real good running here. See here, a little bobble. Yep, getting through that slick stuff. You see the slick part of the track, it's starting to, they're really starting to run that in. Unfortunately, there's not enough cars here to quickly slick it up and then start laying rubber down. So it's never going to get, any more grip on it. So once that track, if that track were to get black, they'd be able to go back onto that kind of center lane, that's the fast lane, and that tire would be able to hook up there. But that is unfortunately not the case. They've just kind of got rid of, they've slid and patted down all the loose dirt on there, and it's made it slick. That's why you see them sliding through that portion, getting onto the cushion there. But unfortunately, this track does not build a very good cushion, and that's why they're sliding right up to the fence and getting into it. So they're having to really wheel these things to get it right in that sweet spot that's getting smaller each lap that they're running it up there. So we see that 51 machine not leaving anything out, driving the hell out of it. Making it look easy out there, as they're having to steer that thing every which way, even on the straight stretches. Dakota Bennett now looking to put a lap down on Sonny Thompson, as he is now the top dog. Austin Hahn's still in the pit, still fixing repairs. Dakota Bennett hanging it out here, up against the fence still. Cuts it in real early. I don't know if that's from I don't know if that's a line that he's trying out, or if that's just when it's getting loose on him and he's having to chase it down the track to keep the car straight. Because I feel like when he's wanting to kind of leave it on that outside here, so there could be a weight change in the middle of that turn that's changing how loose the car is, and then he's having to chase it back. But Jason Taylor doing a good job. He's keeping these clean laps. He's starting to get, oh, a big bobble there. But he's able to recover pretty quick here, as he gets right back into his groove, keeps rolling. Austin Hahn's coming back out on the track. We'll see what repairs they were able to get fixed, as he's going to merge out in front of Jason Taylor. And goes right to town trying to do what he was doing beforehand. Not sure if that's going to work out the same. We'll see how well of a repair they were able to make on that. But it looked like some pretty significant damage. So we see him, no, he's not as fast as before. And we see him doing a hard time trying to keep that thing straight on exit now. Oh, and now he's, yeah, way loose. I think they got repairs just enough to get him back out on track, but it is not going to be able to make up any of that lost ground. He is currently 14 laps down. Dakota Bennett still in the lead here. So we see him slow his pace down a little bit. He's running a conservative race now. He's doing a good job managing that gap. He knows he doesn't have to push it that hard right now. He's got about half a lap on second place. He's in a good spot. He just needs to finish this out. He obviously saw what happened to Austin Hahn and does not need to put himself in that situation. You can easily kill these cars out here. He needs to run a smart, consistent race from here on out, and he'll have this thing. So we see him not pushing it as hard, not driving it in as deep, not having to control it so hard on exit. He's able to let the car work, let the car do it. Real good driving. This is a real good race for Dakota Bennick. Jason Taylor about running the same lap times here. Same lap times as the leader. On board with Jason Anderson here. We see him starting to run some faster laps. The car's really coming to him. He's on that the lower line of that. On the lower line of that groove there. Maybe some of the fuel burned off and it changed up the weight of the car to where he needed it. But he's really starting to make some gain here. Jason Taylor now starting to speed up. As we see him chasing down Austin Hahn, who came back out on track. Austin Hahn's still fast, but not going to be able to pass the lead. Not going to be able to get any of those laps back. As he makes his way around Sonny now. Jason Taylor catching Sonny Thompson. Dakota's starting to pick up the pace now. Maybe he sees his lap 80. Maybe he sees this race is almost over. Doesn't want a late race charge from Jason Taylor to put him in a tight spot. So he's starting to open it up a little bit more here. Tell you what, they've really widened out that slick spot on the track. As we saw him fight to keep it straight there. You know, he doesn't have a whole lot of room up before that wall. So he's having to manage that car through that slick spot. Doing a real good job. Ooh, still cutting it in early there. He still gets loose right there in center. That sends him to the infield. But as long as he's used to catching it and rolling through the turn like that, I guess it's not going to be too bad for him. But if that ever surprises him, he's going to end up heading into that inside wall. Austin Hahn all over the front stretch here. He is having to work hard to keep that thing rolling. If it gets much worse, I wouldn't be surprised at them having to pull him off the track here. Yep, Jason Anderson, like we were talking about, making real good time here. He's starting to really come into it. Closing in on Jason Taylor. Is he going to have enough time to do it? Is he going to have enough time to make it up to Jason Taylor and make a move? Austin Hahn still trying to get control of that thing. Jason Taylor's got to be getting upset here as he's forced way to the outside, not his usual line, to get around Austin Hahn. That's going to slow him up and help out Jason Anderson more. Jason Anderson wanted to finish second from starting tail into this field. Says, yeah, give me that spot. As we see him come into the frame now, he is gaining big time on that 51 machine. They might be teammates, but not today, especially not in these last few laps. And I'm still not sure anyone's even going to have a chance to put pressure on the leader. Leader seems to be sailing out, but not Austin Hahn. It's Dakota Bennick. As we see Austin Hahn here, he's still trying the same line, but it is just not working with that much damage. Whatever happened to that right front it is not able to dig in and give him as much turn on speed as it was. As we see here from the roof is Jason Anderson's looking to get around Sonny quick so he can start putting pressure on Jason Taylor. With the speed he's running right now, he's cutting into about a half second each lap. It's going to be a close one. It's really going to come down to how fast he can get around Sonny Thompson. As these guys keep opening it up, they're going a huge distance in these cars for this track. I mean, these cars do not take that dirt beating very well, as we saw with Austin Hahn. These guys looking hard to get up and around them. Sonny Thompson off the berm spins him out of the line. Jason Anderson's going to be able to pick up that pass easy, as Sonny Thompson had to gather it back up on the front stretch there. So Jason Anderson running third, chasing down Jason Taylor in second. That's going to put him, he's got a little bit of ground to make up. He checked up to make sure he didn't slam into Sonny Thompson. Didn't need any ARCA breaking out here in the ARCA cars. But if he's able to put those laps together like he was before that, he should be able to catch it up. 10 laps to go, should be able to catch in time. As we see him really hammering down now. This is the most we've seen out of Jason Anderson. Definitely had a long run car, but it is not going to be enough to be, even if he gets around Jason Taylor, no one's going to be able to touch Dakota Bennick now. Almost a full lap from third place. He's going to be catching Sonny Thompson here to put him a lap down here soon. Austin Hahn still out here mixing it up. Big slide through the turn. You know Jason Taylor's fed up with that. He's got a battle on his hands here to hold second place. And he keeps having to check up for the 7 car. As Jason Anderson is just closing in that gap quick. We see him there, same frame. He was able to roll through the corner a lot faster than Jason Taylor right now. Looking like about 7 laps to go. He's still running that bottom side. He's not trying to get as much momentum out of it as he was before. And you see the race leader coming in behind him. If you don't finish on the lead lap, you miss out on bonus points. So Dakota Bennick is definitely wanting to put these cars a lap down to help him out in the points. We saw in the points earlier, he is down out of that top 5, needing all the points he can. This is going to be a great race for him, especially if he can put these cars a lap down. Looks like 5 laps to go. The 51 still rolling in second. Jason Anderson's starting to catch up, but he's starting to lose that speed we were seeing, as that one was a little bit slower. And that lap he got a little too loose. So unless that was a bad turn, I don't think he's going to be able to make it. Yeah, he's having to let way out of the throttle there. 71 is, or sorry, the 73 is good. He's got this thing locked up. As long as he doesn't kill it off the wall, he could finish this race at a crawl. But he is still looking good and consistent right now. The man to beat, Dakota Bennick. As he's now having to rub up against the wall to use every good part of that track in turn 1 and 2. We'll see if he does the same thing in 3 and 4 here. Jason Taylor running second. Real good race. For someone that hates dirt, looks like he's doing fine out here with it. He's from Georgia, so I think that's pretty natural. Georgians usually know how to dirt race fairly well. So, you know, sorry you're natural at it. He's gonna have to do a lot more. So we see Jason Anderson here in the picture. Last laps in the air as the leader is right behind third place and second place. So they're in a hurry to get around that flag stand before the leader gets around them. It's really a two-way battle here. Because as long as they can get around the flag stand, they'll stay on the lead lap, get that bonus point. Jason Anderson's still trying to catch 51, but he's not going to be able to do it unless it's a big slip up. Oh, they're going to finish off like that. Jason Taylor's second. Jason Anderson's going to be third. Your race winner, Dakota Bennick. Good job. Really capitalized on what happened with Austin Hahn crashing out like that under caution. I mean, whew, that car owner, that's going to be a long talk Monday. That's one office I'm not going to want to be in. 73 gets his short track national tour win. Good job to Dakota Bennick. Never think that you're out of it for sure. Taking a look at the points here, yeah, that's going to be a big jump for Dakota Bennick as we see him go above Wally Wilson, the other short track national champion. It's going to put him 18 points, 1 point behind Sonny Thompson. Jason Anderson still in 5th. Jason Taylor 4th. And, of course, Ryan Wash, Ty Maresco, and Jeff Ward were pretty high in points. Now that points lead's coming down because they weren't there. And we'll catch you next time at the Short Track National Tour here on eRacing TV.